in the stand today, guys, end of June, and topic that I wanted to chat about. You know, my whole business is built on helping folks create the habitat and improve the habitat, make sure it's in the right spot, make sure that you can hunt these farms, whether they're small or large farms. And today, while I'm sitting up here in the stand, I'm doing some work on the home farm, doing a couple videos, catching up on some stuff here, kind of catching my breath from being out of shape hanging these stands, so white shirts wringing wet. But this is the time of the year to do that, get those moved and prepped. But one of the things that came to my mind was this: do you leave your tree stands up all year, or do you take them down and rehang those? Dating back to the early days of my career, I used to hang, either hang or inspect, and help guides hang them, about 250 tree stands a year. And you know, since then, growing up, starting my career as a guide, as you know, with the lodge, and then traveling the country all over, obviously having my own properties and run hunts on, and worked at a bunch of different places, locations. But everybody looks at that different. That's a topic that a lot of people have their own opinion on. My opinion is, I like, obviously, if it's out on state ground or anything like that, or on federal land, just take it down so you don't stand the chance of getting it stoled. But my input on that is to take the stands down. The ladders, sometimes if it's on obviously if it's a leased farm or owned farm like we're on right now, the house farm, sometimes I leave the ladders in, and the reason is because the ladders, to me, I always ratchet those on, not only the straps that come with them, whether they're double set sticks or if they're just single pegs like these are, just it's a center mast, and got you can see them right behind me. Got those in. You can leave those in, and I ratchet those to the tree, so there's no noise or anything like that after just using the straps that come with it. But this tree stands itself are all your weight in a stand. Obviously, make sure that this is connected. I'm sitting here talking, hanging this tree set, this new set today, on top of the water hole we just finished in the licking branch, and I'm just strapped in for a reason, is because that strap on that stand has all your weight, holds all your weight. I do the same thing like I do on my ladders. Obviously, I put I ratchet those on separate, so I've got two stands, or two straps on there, the manufacturer stand, or this manufacturer strap, and then also obviously I've got a ratchet strap on there for safety and for noise. My stands are always rock solid, but there's nothing I hate worse than a squeaky tree stand. And so I take them out. I like to take them out and to rehang those. If you're in a spot where you can inspect them and you feel pretty comfortable that you can get away with inspecting some stuff, that's great. But all your weight's on that strap, guys, and they just coming in here today, looking at those. This is my safety strap, obviously, but the stands, this one is one that I left up because last year, knowing I was just going to move this down and I should have taken it out, I usually take those out and take them back in. The sun has a huge issue, can be a huge issue on those straps, and it's just all your weight's on them, and they're not meant to be chewed on. They're not meant to dry rot. They are meant to maintain. I've even had guys in the past that have told me that they cure them with whatever that they cure them with. I'd make sure that there's no scent issues involved in that. But taking them out of the tree, so you take the stress off from them and put them in the garage, and in July or August when you start hanging stands, if you're on a home farm like me, it started in June, get them out there, and they're not weather checked, and the safety aspect of it is a lot better. And I just another thing reason I do that is just because if there was something that was going on with the stand last year, you can correct it. If it wasn't angled just right, you can put it back in. If there's something just like this here where I've got to cut this out, just a new set that I just hung, got to come in with a saw and cut this out, and stuff like that you can just tweak, and it's just a good refresher. Now, it does require you to be in the tree more often, and that's, that just kind of ups that safety point of it. But this is my X stand harness that I wear when I'm hanging stands, and obviously when I'm hunting, I use my hunter safety system a lot, or I have another one of these that I'll wear underneath my clothes, or whatever the case is, whichever one that I happen to grab in my pack that day. But safety first. Think about that as far as leaving those stands out there. If you're going to leave them out, make sure before you leave that ladder and step your foot onto this platform, make sure that that strap is not rotted or decayed, or if it's a situation where before you get into it you replace the old ratchet straps. The ratchet straps fail way quicker than the manufacturer straps, I find. So take the old one off before you get into it, put a new one on just in case the manufacturer strap breaks. Something that I'll practice when I do leave them in, but my opinion is take them out, rehang them, refresh the set, and go from there. Sometimes it's the perfect spot. You don't have to move the stand as far as tree. It's just taking that out of the tree, making sure it's not going to squeak this year, and just starting fresh. I like a fresh set, and that way if there's any new limbs or anything like that, you're up in the stand in the summer and you're cleaning that stuff out, so it's not a last minute rush to do come the weekend before opener or something. So just something I wanted to chat with you guys about off the topic of habitat, but safety first. You can have the greatest habitat property in the world, and I can help people put stuff together all over the country, and one wrong step because you left your stand in the tree and that strap rotted, and you end up on the ground and broke up for the year. It's not what we want for our families, and that's not obviously what I want for my fellow hunters and friends and clients around the country to be taking a year off from hunting. So be safe, guys. Take that into consideration next time you're hanging stands or on your properties. Thanks.